My name's Simon and I'm from the UK. I'm from the south of England, near to a small city called Winchester. I freelance as a photographer. I generally concentrate on travel photography as my theme, although I do have some more creative concepts that I've worked on which have been recognised with publications in newspapers and magazines around the world. And recently I was lucky enough to get the cover photograph of the Indian edition of National Geographic Traveller. This photograph was one which I took in Suncheon last year. It shows three ladies wearing a purple hanbok, which, as I understand, is quite unique. It made me think about sisterhood, which is a very strong concept in Korea. I hear many people saying the word onni, and I thought that the way that they were in this sort of bubble with the concept of the hanbok, which is an older traditional form of clothing in Korea, surrounded by the urban landscape, cocooned them, formed their bond as a friendship, and you could see the interaction between them with the lady talking to the other two women. I then started to have a more sensitive eye to see people wearing hanbok in an ordinary environment. To say this, I mean in a bus station, in a subway station, or just generally outside. And I liked the contrast that that could give. So the second photograph is called Lost, which is a contrast to the other photograph where you're seeing the bond and the sisterhood and the interaction between people. This time you're seeing one lady who is dressed in hanbok, and she is like an oasis surrounded by lots of other people who for me are well, they're not interacting in a human-to-human way. They're staring at various screens. Although the lady herself looks that she's on her own and lost, for me it's not her who is lost, it's the people who surrounded her and who are all absorbed in their own world, but not in the worlds of other people next to them. I think that this is a very powerful thing which is happening in the world today, not just in Korea but in many places, that the power of technology to change people, it can be used for good, but there are some negative aspects to this too.